Alright, so in case you weren't aware, with the release of the brand new content update indoors, a ton of rare entities were added to the game. In fact, I think that is actually an understatement, as all 5 of the new entities are to be considered rare. And this has sparked a lot of controversy in the community. In fact, everyone's mixed feelings on these new entities and the badges associated with them caused the developers to directly address the issue. So I thought, why don't I throw my own hat into the ring and offer my own opinions on this matter? So, in this video, I'll be going over all the pros and cons of creating rare entities for doors, as well as some very basic descriptions of the ones already in-game. So with all of that being said, let's begin. Alright, so right off the bat when you try to dig into this controversy, there are a lot of angles to consider. So instead of trying to explain them all at once here, I'll be going through all of the rare entities added in this update and explaining what they do right and wrong. Starting with Sally. In case you didn't know, Sally is a shadow-like little girl who can rarely spawn in the hotel rooms with windows. Once she does appear, she'll chase any nearby player and hit them once, dealing a ton of damage. In order to avoid them though, simply drop an item, which will cause them to stop chasing you and play with the item. Now, I absolutely do not like how Sally is a rare entity. That is because their mechanics are exclusive. What I mean is, Sally is the only entity in the game which functions like this, and their unique interaction with items is completely undermined by their insane rarity. I believe that super rare entities should only have simple mechanics, such as Shadow and Jack, or they should be extensions of mechanics that exist in other entities, such as with the Glitch Fragment entities who we will discuss later, as that way, extremely unique functionalities get utilized to their fullest potential. Moving on though, let's talk about Louie. Now, Louie here is a docile creature that you can trade items with if you please. However, they are intended to be quite rare to encounter. The thing is though, Louie isn't nearly as rare as they are played up to be, and that is a good thing. Typically, I've been able to find Louie at least once every 2 runs if I'm being attentive to my surroundings, and given their mechanics, I'd say they work perfectly just as is. I know I just stated that I don't want rare entities to have extremely unique mechanics, but in all honesty, Louie isn't that rare. Sure, it's likely you won't encounter them every single playthrough of the mines, but I'm content that they appear at least every few playthroughs, meaning their mechanics are still utilized quite a lot. Lastly, at least for new entities, we have the 3 Glitch Fragment entities, those being Glitch Rush, Glitch Ambush, and Glitch Screech. The way these entities are encountered is by finding and interacting with a Glitch Fragment, which is a very rare purple cube item you can find in every single floor and subfloor. Upon activation, the fragment will spawn either Glitch Rush, Glitch Screech, or Glitch Ambush, and surviving the encounter rewards you with the Trial and Error badge. This by far is the most controversial new addition, as many players trying to 100% complete the game are pulling their hair out trying to find these glitch fragments. Now, I will admit that the glitch fragment entities don't have extremely unique characteristics, as they are just modified regular entities, so I'm mostly fine with their rarity. However, given how many people are trying to find these creatures, I do feel like there should be some compromise. A really interesting suggestion I've seen is to make there be some sort of method in the game to increase the spawn chance of glitch fragments. They don't have to be guaranteed to spawn, but at least something to increase your odds of finding one. One of the most common suggestions I've seen is that simply encountering the glitch entity should increase your chance of finding glitch fragments, as the two seem to be connected. I actually really like this idea, as the only way you can reliably find glitch is by playing with others in the back door or rooms and being left behind. Meaning if you want to increase your odds of finding a glitch fragment, you need to either survive through haste in the back door, or make the grueling journey all the way to the rooms. It would encourage experimenting with subfloors, and I'm all for that. Naturally, there could be other ways of implementing something like this, but given how the developers want to keep the rarity of the glitch fragment entities, which I personally don't mind given their mechanics, I do think there should be a way to increase the odds for those who want it, even if the way to increase them isn't exactly that easy to do. Finding glitch in the rooms and backdoor could prove to be quite tricky, given how difficult the backdoor can be and how hard it is to get to the rooms. So I think it would be a fair trade-off if those places rewarded increased odds of finding a glitch fragment. There is one other thing I'd like to mention though, and that is that glitch fragments should affect everyone in the server rather than just those who interact with the glitch fragment. I've seen videos of groups of people finding fragments whilst playing with others, and it pains me when I realize that those other players were so close to encountering one of the rarest events in the game, but were stopped because they weren't fast enough at clicking the item. So I definitely think glitch fragment entities should be able to kill and reward badges to everyone in a server, as that seems the most fair. So, to summarize, in terms of the 5 rare entities added to the game, Sally should definitely be made more common due to their very interesting and unique mechanics. At least as common as Louis if their rarity wanted to still be preserved. Louis is completely fine as is due to not being too hard to encounter, which balances well with their functionality. I personally am fine with how the glitch fragment entities function currently, but I do think there should be a complicated and challenging way of increasing the odds of finding a glitch fragment for those who really want it. Lastly, when regarding new entity encounters the developers want to add in the future, I'd advise them to be cautious. Make sure that their mechanics work well with their rarity, such as in the case of Louis, and that very rare entities such as Shadow or Jack have the least advanced and unique functionality, as that way the most interesting functionalities are used to their fullest potential. So, those are my opinions on this rare entity controversy. Let me know in the comments what you think of this matter, and with all of that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.